You probably can't hear it. That's my downstairs neighbor. They're bumping some old reggaeton, guys. You got me walking through the apartment this afternoon. Boom, chicka, boom, cha, boom, cha, boom, cha, boom, cha, boom, cha, gasolina. But anyway, guys, what's up? This is the Gospel According to Mark with a C. He is I, and I am he. Just taking some time to tell you exactly what's on my mind. And guys, at the time of this recording, it is Martin Luther King's birthday, or it's the day that we celebrate. We observe Martin Luther King's birthday today. You guys might remember Martin Luther King. He was that guy, he had a dream or something like that, right? And one of the dreams he had, right, or part of the dream that he had was that people would be judged not by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. Yes, you heard me right. It's kind of an ideal concept, judging people not by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. All right, that's something that sounds good to me. It's something I believe in. But unfortunately, today's SJW goes directly against that while trying to collect brownie points for being virtuous. That's what they do. Look at me. I'm just so tolerant. I'm just so accepting of everybody. I just love it all. All right, but they can't see past color. All they care about is checking their little boxes. In no place on the world, in the earth, do you find more of this than you do at Disney Lucasfilm. They call Disneyland the happiest place on earth. It's really the wokest place on earth. That's what it is, right? So you have these people who truly believe that if you just throw black people out there, if you just throw women out there, if you just throw gays out there, if you just throw transsexuals out there, if you just throw pansexuals out there, if you just throw you make up your own sexuals out there, all right, then that means that they are free from everybody's judgment. They've reached the pinnacle of humanity. No one can tell them anything because we included all of you people. Doesn't matter if they gave them a good story, all right? There's no content of character. They always used to say you can judge you or you can't judge a book by its cover. Disney wholeheartedly believes in judging a book by its cover, all right? Because that's all they care about, the cover, the skin, but there's no content. If you look in the table of contents, once you open the book, you'll find there's no table of contents because there's no content of character. All right, their characters have no content. But as long as they check that box, we're doing just fine. So there it is, guys. That's what we're dealing with. And in that frame of mind, Disney Lucasfilm's Star Wars official Twitter page decided they were going to give a happy birthday to you. Shout out to Martin Luther King Jr. on this Martin Luther King's birthday. Happy birthday. So, on the official Twitter page, they go on to say, all right, let me see if I can bring this up real quick. Guys, here's they start off with a quote. They start off with a quote by Martin Luther King Jr. that goes, "There comes a time when one must take a position that is neither safe nor political, not popular, but he must take it because conscience tells him that it's right." That's by Martin Luther King Jr., right? And then the official Twitter page goes on to say, "Today, we honor Dr. King and celebrate his legacy. The Lucasfilm family is committed to the fight for justice and equality in every corner of the galaxy. Each of us keeps the dream alive." All right, so that's the quote. All right, they want to make sure that they're committed to the fight for justice and equality in every corner of the galaxy. I guess China must be just on the other side of that galaxy. All right, so they don't necessarily go over there. take that man off that poster. You know the one, the brown skin one. Get him out of there. Hurry. All right, so there it is, right? So they're acting like they're all down, for the struggle. We're down with the struggle, people. We march with you, people. And unfortunately, they got a real quick kick in the ass. They got a backlash from people who have been seeing the hypocrisy of what Disney Lucasfilm has been doing. And it's a fine day. Oh, happy day. Oh, happy day. People are finally starting to wake up to the hypocrisy and out bullshit of Disney Lucasfilm, which of course I've been talking about for years. All right, I was one of the first people. I'll pat myself on the back. Yes, I will. I was one of the first people who came out and said what they did with Finn is bullshit. All right, because here you gave him all types of potential in The Force Awakens, right? It's like we thought he might have been Force sensitive. We thought maybe he was going to get to bone Rey, right? We thought that he was going to be a hero. But what did we find out, right? Come to find out in The Last Jedi, he ends up being like some love-struck runaway slave motherfucking puppy, right? That's just running around, and call Rey, Rey, Rey on top of a mountain. Rey! That's Finn. All right, he was my son's favorite character in The Force Awakens. I've talked about this to the point where a lot of you probably want to throw up. All right, you see this kid back here. He was a Star Wars fan since he was 2.5 years old in this picture right here, and he loved Finn. Last Jedi comics have Finn walking around with a mop, not even a Swiffer, but a mop. When you have maintenance droids, they wanted to make sure they kept that boy in his place. All right, and as far as getting anywhere near Rey, oh no, forget about that. We'd rather put Rey in the arms of a father killer, a psycho, rather than have him with or have her with Finn. So that was what we were dealing with, a total betrayal. After J.J. Abrams got up talking about, I'm the one who gave these people opportunity. It was me. And you had John Boyega talking the same thing at the time. You had the chick from Solo with the afro. You had her talking the same. Praise J.J. Abrams. What the fuck for? All right, what did he do for people of color? He took Kelly Marie Tran and went out of his way, not necessarily JJ, all right, but Rian Johnson. He took Kelly Marie Tran and went out of his way to make her unattractive, all right, I guess so he could continue to boost up Rey. And, nobody made out good. I should just say that. No one in the sequel trilogies made out good because they don't know anything about content of character. All right, all they do is check boxes. This one over here can't get too many lines or heroics because he's a white male. This one over here, they can't do this, or they're not doing enough of that because they're this color or they're this sexuality. Make sure that you put a little lesbian kiss in the background over there. Not too prominent, but put it in there. Make sure it's there because I want to make sure people know how inclusive that I am. Fuck out of here. Get out of here. But that's what they do. All right, so the backlash started coming in, right? And let me read some of these tweets. All right. So the response to the Star Wars official Twitter page tweet, you had a user, K2SO Nuyugan, who wrote in response, they stare at Kelly Marie Tran's character getting sidelined to appease racist and misogynistic Star Wars fans instead of defending her or shielding her from the undeserved vitriol that she got. Of course, they're talking about the situation with Kelly Marie Tran, where allegedly, due to harassment that she was getting on social media, she shut down her Instagram page and all of her social media, and we never saw one shred of evidence from that, but there it is. And I remember that quite a few people came actually to defend her, actually, her fellow actors and stuff. But I guess there was no official response from the brass, the top of Lucasfilm. All they did was use that to attack fans who rightfully pointed out the plot holes in their movies and the bullshit of their movies. Because, of course, we do believe in content of character. We do believe in integrity of story. But, if we didn't like it, then we were, of course, labeled as racist and misogynistic, all right? So we go on to the next tweet here, and it says, so where were y'all when Kelly Marie Tran and John Boyega got attacked by racists on the daily? I don't know. All right. And for that matter, what about Lando Calrissian? Not only did you make him some absentee father, like you made Han Solo a deadbeat dad, but you also made him, a robot lover. You know what I mean? So a pansexual. So there's no male black image in Star Wars that is okay, and before any of you say Mace Windu, keep in mind just about every character in Star Wars ever is being resurrected, but nobody talks about Mace Windu. I guess he'll be the last person. Well, he got thrown out of a window. Well, Jyn Erso got blown up on a fucking planet, but they're talking about bringing her back. Darth Maul, got cut in half, but everybody knows he's back. Boba Fett, he's back. Obi-Wan Kenobi, he's back. But this is Disney Star Wars, check that box. Make sure you keep on checking those boxes. And that's what they do. So, so anyway, You reduce John Boyega's character in The Rise of Skywalker. You made Kelly Marie Tran's character a side character out of fear of reactions from The Last Jedi. Even when hated, George Lucas would never minimize the role of a character. Please reflect your words and your actions. Yes, the hypocrisy is strong with this one. Before you start talking about Martin Luther King, you do need to check yourself, Disney, Lucasfilm, because I can tell you, you are doing a great disservice. You're not doing anybody any favors with the new shit that you're coming out with. At least not on the big screen. It's not happening. And you can talk about, Carl Weathers, his character is good. He directed an episode and all that, but that's not, we're talking about the sequels. We're talking about what you bragged about. All right, I don't see anybody on The Mandalorian bragging about, we got black people, we got gay people, we got everybody. That's what we're doing. And if you don't like what we do, then you're fucking racist. Nobody on The Mandalorian is doing that. That happened in the movies. That happened with J.J. Abrams. It happened with Rian Johnson. It happened with Kathleen Kennedy. They're the ones. All right, so that's where this backlash is coming from. And I, for one, am so glad that more and more people are beginning to see exactly what's going on here. You guys are some hypocrites. You're not doing anything for anyone. You're not serving anybody. Fuck you, kiss my black ass. We don't need what you're doing on the big screen. And Star Wars is a terrible fit for Disney. It just is. All right, at least what they've done on the big screen. Like I said, if The Mandalorian can save something, then it is what it is, But this is where the backlash is coming from. It's coming from what you did with the sequels. That's the so-called sequel trilogy, what I call the Nyquil trilogy. All right, so there it is, guys. Like, what do you think about all of this? Disney, Lucasfilm, Star Wars catching a serious backlash because of their hypocritical shout out that they gave to Martin Luther King when they don't know anything about content of character. They forget about that. Why didn't you put that quote in your tweet? Judge a man or a person not by the color of their skin, not by their sexuality, not by their religion, their height, their weight, their gender. Judge that character, that person, by the content of their character. There it is. That's how you honor Martin Luther King, his dream, his vision, everything that he fought for, and that my grandparents and everybody else believed in back then, or they fought for, the people who were fighting for it. Not everyone believed in it, but the ones who did. That's how you do it. As usual, Disney, clueless. So get in the comment section, guys. Let me know how you feel about this. You can like, you can share, you can subscribe. Catch me on Twitter. The link will be in the description below. Thank you for rocking with me. I will catch you on the next one. This is The Gospel According to Mark with a C. Rock on.